A jolt and then you'll die.
Oh boy, so where do I begin with this one? You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and play a little bit, so if y'all don't know what's going on in today's world and if you're living underneath a rock, okay, so go ahead and roll it.
Weeks after 15-year-old Ethan Crumbley allegedly opened fire in his Michigan high school, killing 4 students, comes a disturbing new trend. You may have heard reports of a national shoot up your school day on TikTok that encourages students to commit acts of violence.
You just heard that right. Shoot up your school day. Oh my God.
As Victoria Racano reports, credible or not, schools are not taking any chances.
Schools across the USA are on high alert today.
America's education system is under attack right now. We are under attack by a social media platform that will not intervene when it is necessary.
The TikTok challenge is called National Shoot Up Your School Day. It supposedly encourages students to bring weapons to class at, quote, every school in the USA, even elementary.
Okay, so we need to talk about this, and I'd like to put out my thoughts on this. First of all, I want to declare this whole thing, it's absolutely retarded. The fact that it's even going around and people are doing this and even thinking that it's cool to do this is absolutely fucking BS. Although I'd like to point out the people that are at fault for this. A, the fucking parents that are doing this. If the parents of the freaking children that were posting on these stupid social media websites actually monitored their children instead of, oh, here's the phone, go do whatever the hell you want. You know, I understand giving children freedom and stuff like that, but this is what starts problems like this. Because next minute you're going to know your 5-year-old or your 10-year-old's going to be posting some dumb shit on there, and then you're going to have FBI kicking in your damn door. And you're not going to know the reason why. But my main thing with this is that it's also the school's fault, too. And the whole, like, I can't say government or whatever you want to call it. So, my thing is that the problem is schools these days are absolutely fucking stupid. So, they never keep to the same shit every year. They always change and change and change and change, which is absolutely nonsense. And you see all these kids that are depressed, have anxiety, are under pressure, never have time to do their work, and sad to say it, and you see all these kids that are ending their own lives because they can't handle it. If schools actually, you know, pulled their heads out of their asses and, you know, went and put in the actual shit that should be being taught, first of all, they should be teaching things that are going to be used in a day-to-day life. You want to learn extra, you know, like high-end ways to do math and shit like that? That's what college is for, not schools. You know, I understand, you know, doing what they should be teaching is basics and everything. Anything that, you know, is like Common Core and all this fucking weird bullshit. And it's just bullshit. Like, everybody keeps doing this, you know, and each year they teach it completely different because they gotta keep to the standards. The problem is that, oh, well, here, little Jimmy, take it home to your mom and, you know, have your mom help you. Well, when you take the freaking work home to the parents have no idea what the fuck it is because, hello, you know, like, they don't even know what it is because you didn't teach it when they were growing up. So, y'all need to keep to a standard and keep teaching that same thing every year instead of, oh, I'm going to change this, history. You know, I understand teaching a little bit of history, but it should be more of an optional instead of you have to do history. You know, why should we, children have to, you know, go and learn our history and all this stuff? You know, nobody cares. Like, you know, yes, we have respect for all the wars and all the people that, you know, went over and fought it and got our freedom. I understand that. Millions of pounds of respect for all the people that did that. But, like I said, you know, simple stuff like that, yes, teach it. But other stuff, it's like that's what Google is for, okay? Everybody has access to freaking computers and all that shit these days. They want to learn about it? Tell them to Google it. Like, come on. Instead of sitting here teaching them stupid, useless shit, you know, science. You know, they teach you about, you know, basics and stuff like that. And then they have you dissect a freaking frog in some schools. Why? Just why? You want to become a scientist? Go to college to be a scientist. You have to go anyways to get a damn degree. Like, hello. You know, what they should be teaching in schools? How to budget money. How to get a loan. You know, how to, you know, mortgages. Shit like that. You know, paying for cars. You know, how to get a car. How to get a job. Kind of things like that is what they should be teaching in school. Instead of all this freaking bullshit that they teach these days. All these kids, you know, and my main thing too is with this whole incident of the National Shoot Up School Day, your school day, it's absolutely bogus. Like, I'm not saying it's fake. I'm saying that it's also the parents' fault. Like I said in the beginning, if the parents would actually keep tabs on their children, you know, I understand giving them a little freedom, you know, letting them learn from their mistakes, you know, makes sense. But this is the dumb shit that starts that. You know, you should be monitoring at least, you know, once a month, once a week, you know, searching your kid's phone. You know, especially if they're like under the age of 16. You know, if they're 16 years or older, but I'd say, you know, if they do some dumb shit like this, then yeah, it's on them. Because then they can be tried as an adult, you know. But, you know, if they're younger than that, then come on. Like, it's just dumb. And I understand, you know, parents, oh, I want to give my kid freedom. I don't want to be, you know, that mom that's, you know, being, you know, always trying to be up their butts and stuff like that. I understand. But if you don't, this is the kind of dumb shit. And if you would have raised your kid right in the first place, you wouldn't even have to freaking do some dumb shit like that. Now, I'm going to get all the Karens in the world in my comment section saying, well, you don't have your own kids, blah, blah, blah. You're right, I don't. I'm only 19, but the fact is I'm only stating facts. If you would have actually paid attention to your kid and, you know, been like, hey, listen, this is wrong and shit like that, and, you know, teach them wrong from right, and obviously you don't do that, and you get stupid kids that create stupid things like National Shoot Up Your School Day. Like, the fact that this even became a thing is absolutely utter bullshit. And, you know, I understand TikTok not wanting to, you know, wrap their hands around it, you know, having to do with it. Hey, it's a Chinese company. Why would we have to do anything with the frickin' America? I'd almost want to put money against it that, hey, shit, TikTok put it out themselves, to be honest. And even if it is, oh well. You know, that's why I don't use TikTok. I just been hearing about it across all the news sites and everything of National Shoot Up Your School Day, and it's been going viral all over TikTok, and everybody reposting it and saying, beware, feel bad for all the people that go to school tomorrow. First of all, like, it's like your kids are kind of fucking retarded that are even doing, you know, that kind of thing. And like I said, to all the schools, teach the kids what they should be taught, not what you guys think that they need to be taught. Because you guys are teaching stupid shit that does not need to be taught. And most of your kids aren't even freaking actually going home and doing their homework properly. Most of them are looking this shit up online. And to all the schools that do state testing, you know what I'm talking about. And if you guys don't know, so a lot of schools actually do state testing, and there's a lot of schools in Illinois that used to do this. I don't know if they still do it, but I actually caught them in it. And it was actually brought up in a conversation with a couple of my other friends about it the other couple of days ago, that they do this like I think it's like FCAT test or whatever the heck it's called. They call it a bunch of different things, but they give you these little things called scantrons. They're little papers that have like little dots and stuff like that, right? So they give you these papers, you go over the answers, or you fill in the answers and blah, 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 okay? Well, if you would pay attention to them later on, they usually won't do it around like a lot of group students, but they'll sit there and act like they're grading them. But if you sit there and actually watch them, they're erasing the wrong answers and rewriting the new answers and sending them off so they can have a good grade for the school. So the state will pay them money so they can get more money for the school. No. It's absolutely bogus. If your schools do state testing on computers, fail the motherfucker no matter what. Don't ever go and try your hardest on it. Don't stress about it. And I mean just state testing. If it's actual regular testing that it counts against your grade and stuff like that, then yes. And a lot of the times, they would never do it against your grade either. They'll be like, oh, you attended or you didn't attended. That's all the kind of grade that you'll get on them. It's not like, oh, well, you got so many points on this, so, it's going to boost your grade up. No, it never does. So that's a lot of things that schools are hiding from children so they can get money out of it, so they can be like, oh, yeah, we're doing our job, and blah, blah. No, I don't care. Schools, you should not be doing that. That is absolutely bullshit, using children for money. It's like utter retarded. And wait until people actually find out about it and catch on your lies. And a lot of students actually have caught in your lies. And a lot of the ones that do it on computer, they fail it on purpose so you don't get money. It's like the main reason. Y'all can be like, oh, well, that student's retarded. No, it's because, they don't want you to do it. Like, if you guys don't believe any of my information that I'm telling you, just look it up. I promise you'll see exactly what I'm saying. It might be a little hard to find it at first because they usually try to hide it, and it's government and shit like that. But it's just utter BS. And it's just like this whole national shoot up your school and I'm sorry for repeating myself, but like if schools actually taught things they should be being taught, I understand, teaching shit up to like 8th grade, like the Amish, they only go to 8th grade and then they stop school altogether and they go out and work in the field with their family. That's kind of shit. Like, do we really need 12 years of freaking schooling? No. Because they teach you utter bullshit. They should be teaching you to budget your money and, getting loans, cars, shit like that. And how to write checks, stuff like that. And that should be a common thing they should be teaching in schools instead of bullshit. And I mean utter bullshit. You can all agree with me or deny or, whatever. Go ahead and just, leave your opinions down in the comment section. And, I'm just stating what I think, how the school should be taught, like, come on. It's just, I feel like it's just something that should be taught, because, like, think about it. You get out of school, you go and get a job. Usually your first job is usually going to be at, like, a fast food restaurant, unless you're freaking fancy and you get into, like, some office, type bit, like, office job. Then kudos to you, whatever. But my main thing is, everybody usually starts off with a job at, like, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, whatever. That way they can get work ethic underneath their belt. But the main thing is that that you should be teaching shit on, like, how to get a good job, what to look for, and shit like that. Then, it'd make more sense. Because they're also in school, and they're around the age of 16, where they're going to be getting their driver's license and shit like that. If they state it, is at that age where you can, or if it's 18, whatever, you know, that's what I'm saying. You know, if you guys do, you know, like, that's what they should be teaching kids, not this stupid, oh, you gotta have this fancy way of doing your math or you're going to fail school. It's utter BS. I don't believe 1 ounce of schooling, however they did it. You know, it's bullshit. I will not agree upon any way that they teach kids these days ever in my life, unless they can change it to ways that I've, you know, said like before, and I guarantee a bunch of other kids could listen to this and agree a million times over and over again, because that's the main reason they put so many kids underneath stress and pressure, and they shouldn't. And that's a lot of the problems these days. You know, if all the schools, and I blame a lot of the like suicidal kids on the schools, because the schools, you know, put the kids underneath all this pressure, and, you know, they can't take it anymore. And, you know, they expect so much out of these kids, and then they, you know, just end it because they can't take it anymore. So if they stop pressuring these kids so bad, like, hello. Okay, guys, well, I don't know what else to, you know, say with this anymore, and I'm going to stop ranting on and on about this. But you guys can think what you guys think. I'm just stating facts that I think this should be, you know, call me, you know, whatever, I don't care. But, you know, I'm just stating what should be done and, you know, stating facts. But I hope you all have a great day, and peace.